Good morning, folks. You're tuned to Car Connection, where the coffee's strong, stories are real, and the wrenches never stop turning. I'm your host, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you from the Car Connection Workshop, where the smell of fresh oil, a little elbow grease, is all part of our balanced breakfast. Around here, we don't just talk cars, we live them. Whether it's a 25-year-old Jeep Wrangler getting a second chance at life, or a Nissan Rogue getting its brakes back in order. Or it could even be a mystery leak that's got everyone scratching their heads. This is where we roll up our sleeves and get it done with a little wit, a little wisdom, and a whole lot of fun. The Car Connection isn't just about nuts and bolts and diagnostics. It's about connection. Connection to our vehicles and to the people who drive them and to the community that keeps Niagara rolling. Because when you fix a car, you're not just turning a wrench. You're restoring someone's confidence, freedom, and maybe, just maybe, even their sanity. We're here every week, Monday through Saturday, with Motormouth's Morning Drive at 8 a.m., helping you keep your ride safe, reliable, and ready for whatever road lies ahead. So whether you're a weekend wrencher, daily commuter, or someone who just wants to understand what that strange rattle really means, welcome aboard. Stick around for shop talk, expert advice, a few good laughs, and maybe, just maybe, a flashback service-based story. They happen without notice. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm going to get my word in before anybody else does. Hot enough for you? Yeah. If I had a nickel, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah. I'm not one for the sun, the sand, and the sea. I'm good for about 2 days. And it's like, can we go home now? Yeah. My ideal temperature would be 72 to 77 with zero humidity, and all the water fountains flow warm chocolate. Yeah. That would be my planet. And cake has 0 calories. Or pie. Anyways, I'm digressing this morning. I'm hungry. I did not have dinner last night. I got into a brake job late yesterday afternoon. It's one of, I'm not filming it, but I should be, because it will show you when there's lack of maintenance. Here's the deal. It's costing you more money in time. And I'm just going to give you a quick example, and then we'll jump right into the morning. Well, this is on my mind, because it was the last thing on my mind before I jumped in the tub last night, filthy dirty, and got beat by the last bolt. I still can't get it out, but we'll see what today brings. 4.5 hours just to take the front brakes apart, to get them apart. Yeah. So who pays for that labor? You do. So here's the thing. I want to get this out there. We do not just do a brake job and see you in 3 years or 4 years or until the thing's grinding, or somebody mentions, well, might want to get the brakes taken care of. You don't have much left. That's usually the conversation. But how many brake services did you have in that term since the last brake job? Because all the lubrication and everything, it's not there. It doesn't stay in place forever. It does not. That's why brake inspection and service and lubrication is going to come back to pay you back tenfold. So I'm going to do the math for you. That job that I got into late yesterday afternoon, I knew that I needed a window of about 2.5 hours to tear it off. That is calipers, pads, brake pads, and disc brake rotors, clean and service the hardware that's remaining and that we're reusing, and hammer it all back together and bleed the front brakes. I can do one side in about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. 4.5 hours, and I'm in, actually probably closer to 4.75, and I haven't got the passenger side completely apart yet. The driver's side gave me grief, but I won the battle in the end. till I got to the caliper pins, and I needed to salvage the saddle that holds the caliper, and the pins, the original pins, were seized in the saddle. So now I'm heating those up and cooling them, because if I snap them off, I can't use the saddle. So when we get into those types of situations, it's no longer book time. I want you to understand that. It's no longer book time. No service repair times for that. We punch off, and now it's straight time to deal with those seized bolts until we win and get them out. So a brake job that should have taken me 2.5 hours round trip, still working to get it apart at 4.75 hours, and you're paying for that time. The brake job is not done yet. Now it's got to have labor on top of that to build it all back. So that's where the 2.5 hours is going to come from. So you're at 4.75. I'm still working to get the passenger side seized bolts out, and then I'm going to clean everything up on that side, ready for the new gear. And now you've got another 2.5 plus hours of additional pay that should have been just doing the brake job, not removing seized components. So do you see where I'm going? So if we were to tally it up right now, as it looks, it would be 4.75 hours at shop time, and then another 2.5 hours on top of that at shop time. Add that up. Did you save any money? That's where I'm going. You just had a brake job, I don't know how many years ago, and you had no brake services whatsoever. Did you save any money? No. Now you're paying for it. Now it's costing you 3 times what it should have cost you in the first place to tear it all down, get it all apart without issue. Nothing has any anti-seize on it, or never seize, or lubrication. Nothing. The bolts are all dry to the bone and rusted red. And that's time. All right. So I thought I'd share that with you right out of the gate, because it falls right in line with what we're talking about. When was the last time is part 2 today. Yesterday we covered when was the last time, and I gave you 5 things. So let's jump into our morning swiggy. If you're in the queue, I wanted to come right out of the gate and share that with you, so it would give you something to think about, because when you don't do services and things aren't maintained, you're costing yourself more money. You're not saving anything. That's the point I'm getting here. Were there savings there? No. You just blew out 4.75 hours at shop hour. And then now we can build your brakes back at 2.5. Yeah, an hour and a quarter aside. Yeah. You didn't save anything. So, you might want to forego that drive-through. You just might. You might want to give it up this morning. Give it up. I wouldn't. Yeah. Today is tooth extraction day for me. Just, would you say a good one for me today? At least one or two. 3 o'clock in the chair on the Hamilton Mountain. I got to go way up there to the dental surgeon to get this whopper out. Yeah. A cavity drilled, filled, and gone. It went badly. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that process went badly about 2 months ago, and it has been, I think mouth pain is the worst. Okay, ladies, I hear you saying, have you ever, right away, you get it right away, the stare of death, have you ever given birth? No, I'll check my calendar. No, it's a no, I have not given birth. Well, then you don't know what pain is. Well, mouth pain, I give it, I have a good pain threshold, but I'll tell you, mouth pain gets your attention. Not quite as bad as foot pain, but almost equal. Well, Get through the drive-thru, grab a coffee for me, would you? Because I'm probably not going to be able to have anything. That's a sad situation. Can we have a moment of silence? Anyhows, grab your gear through the drive-thru. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday morning and Motormouth's Morning Drive. Jumping right into it right out of the gate, because these are the things that I've been talking about for 44 years and that I've been carving out this lane to help you get to know your vehicle a whole lot better, no matter what age, size, color, or anything. Whatever your situation is, excuses are useless. If you're wanting to save money and keeping your car as long as you want, like my friend Steve, heading for 700,000 kilometers on his Toyota 4Runner. Way to go, bro. Yippee! I'm just shy of 400. We're gonna pop 400 this year on the 07. So it's doable. And you go, well, you're a mechanic. That has nothing to do with it, to be honest with you. It's maintenance. It's wanting to do the maintenance, wanting to learn the basic fundamentals, what it is, where it is, how it works, and how you broke it, and how to prevent that from happening next time so that you break it again and pay for the same repair again. So it doesn't matter about mileage. What matters most is maintenance. You can keep a vehicle as long as you want. That's true. Absolutely true. You can keep a vehicle as long as you want if you're willing to maintain it. And I like to use the car show guys and gals as an example. You go to the car shows. How old are those vehicles in there? How old? Decades. Yeah, some of them are decades old. And they hop in and drive them. Does the car maintain itself? Oh, well, they don't drive it much. The less you drive, the more maintenance a vehicle needs. And that goes for equipment too. Whether it's landscaping equipment, whether it's construction equipment, the less you use that equipment, the more maintenance it needs. They fall under a category called severe service. And it's absolutely true. We have a couple of beauties that we paid very little money for and put the effort in to clean them up. When I say we, it's me, myself, and I. Just so you know, it gives me a complex. Clean them up, do the mechanics, but there's always stuff to do on them, and they sit for 6 months and sleep for the winter. They always need maintenance because they're not used very much. So, all right, on 3, 2, 1, let's say good morning to our wonderful program partners, Mama Louise and her wonderful husband, Earl Grant. Sales and leasing. City Auto Sales and Leasing is a safe place, a safe haven where you or anyone you know, you could refer them there. They're going to have a vehicle purchasing experience they've never had before. Low mileage, top quality vehicles at fair prices. Earl and Louise sell no junk whatsoever. You will not find a clunker on their lot anywhere. They've been in the business over 25 years, and that's where you can buy a vehicle, be treated with nothing less than honesty and integrity, and know that you have purchased from City Auto Sales and Leasing with confidence that they've sold you a wonderful car. Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store, and that being the second largest purchase you'll ever make, it feels good knowing that we have Earl and Louise Grant been with us about 7 years, and it was Mama Louise that reached out to me and said, hey, we'd like to come alongside Car Connection. They have a lot of vehicles in stock for you under roof and on the lot, but if you're looking for something specific, get in touch with Earl and Louise, let them know what you're looking for, and if it's out there and it's any good, they'll grab it. But if it's out there and it's not any good, they're going to say, wait, let's wait. And I waited a whole year back in 2013. I actually started looking in late 2011 for an FJ Cruiser. And the prices on them were huge. They still are now. If you can find a good pre-owned one, you're going to pay $25 for it. But that's at that time, they were over $50,000. Now, $50,000 for a Toyota Tundra will not get you one. Yeah, I've been corrected, they start at about 74 and arrive, depending on what you want on it, at $78,000. With that, I think it's swiggy time. I have my cup today, so on 3, 2, 1, you ready? This is how we do it. If you're joining us for the first time, let's have our first morning swiggy together. We'll have the daily weather, and we're going to hop right into what I've got to share with you today. But I wanted to share that we're back into Skippy and I. Monday's our production day. The Break Nationals Part 2, 2026. We had the same thing going last year. It seemed like everyone and their grandmother had brake issues, and not one of those jobs was an easy one. Not one. And you can watch those videos on our YouTube channel. We'll talk about that in just a minute, where you can get in touch with us and connect, because Car Connection now has a lot more ways for you to watch, listen, and engage. So come and join us on 3, 2, 1. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Swiggy time. It's warm, but I found it. I've gotten this habit of setting it down on that mailbox because I'm running around like a hooligan first thing in the morning. And it was a late one last night. So all you got to do is just before you hit the pillow, if you have a long day and a short night coming, sleep fast. That's all you got to do, sleep fast. Thank you to our certified financial planning professionals, Tony and Larry, for over 50 years. These guys have been helping families everywhere, and they can help you deal with a failing investment portfolio that's getting you like 3.99%. Oh, I think I swallowed a bug. Yeah. Here's my point on that one. If you have a savings account, I don't know, like with the credit union, you get like 1% on your savings account. So if you take out a GIC and they're only giving you 3.99, you're getting 1% on a savings account, for Pete's sake. 3.99 on a GIC that's going to help you get to retirement? Really? Do the math on that one, baby. Yeah, who's making all the dough? That's the question you got to ask. So if you have a investment portfolio with a bank, you really need that hour and a coffee with the fellas, because these guys, I've known them 20 plus years. There's nothing you're going to share that they haven't heard before, and take advantage of their knowledge, because these guys are going to retire out soon. And it's great that they've hung in with us since 2007, helping a lot of families, a lot of people get out of debt, have a proper estate plan that includes 18-year-old children, making sure that you're their health proxy, and arranging mortgages where they treat you like people, and very competitive rates, life insurance, critical illness insurance. All these things are part of a financial plan to keep your household running and to learn how to manage money properly. You know, it's not what you make, it's what you get to keep. So you need a certified financial planning professional to A, help you buy that and save for that next vehicle, and B, service it, being able to service the one you have, and also to be able to keep more of your money because they understand tax planning. That's all part of a certified financial planner. They are not advisors. Advisors are like financial apprentices. No disrespect. There's licensed mechanics, and then there's apprentices. An advisor is an apprentice in training. Whether or not they go for their CFP credentials, which isn't easy, that's up to the individual. So connect and get that hour and a coffee done, okay? I'm really pushing for you because there's a lot of you out there that are over your head in debt and drowning, and you're only talking to friends, neighbors, and countrymen, and maybe, you know, some rodents, and asking them what you should do. But if their feet are not where you want to be, smile and go get the help that's needed. The fruit on the tree. You don't go to a plumber and talk to him about open heart surgery, right? So book that hour and a coffee. Leave your wallet, leave your purse at home, ladies. They're not going to be asking you for any money. They're going to try their best to understand what you've got going on, where you'd like to be, and how you're going to get there, and how you're going to deal with circumstances that you feel are overwhelming. So let's get that taken care of. I talk about it a little bit more because many of you will not do it. You'll think about it and stew about it and argue about finances with your spouse, but you won't do a darn thing about it. Do it. Trust me. I've been down the road of financial ruin 3 times. Twice not by choice. Once because I'm an idiot. And that's okay. You can get past that. There's treatment for it. And it's called Certified Financial Planning Professionals, Tony Miele and Larry Tetro. And I mean from the goodness of my heart. Pick up the phone. It doesn't weigh 600 pounds. Book a strategy session. It's free. It's complimentary. These guys are 2 of the most decorated CFPs in all of Canada, and they're as humble pie. And they're great brothers from other mothers. So let's say thank you to the fellas that are fighting for you, but you have to be willing to fight for yourself as well. Today, 72 degrees right now, and be careful out there because there are heat warnings everywhere. There's yellow warnings everywhere. No pets in cars. I would recommend you leave the windows down on your car about a thumb thickness to let the heat out because it can pop the windshield. I've had that happen. The heat can build up and push the windshield out. Yeah. And then it costs you money. Just mow money. Not good. 72 degrees right now, mostly clear. The wind is making it feel a whole lot cooler. About 69. I just cracked open the bay door and the fans are on. It's 88 degrees in the shop right now this morning at 4 a.m. Cloudy conditions from 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. with partly cloudy conditions expected at around 9 a.m. Today's temperature range is from 72 to 87. Going to feel more like 69 to 87. We're going to tap out at 87 degrees. Yesterday we hit a balmy 85. And on the rainometer, that's better, RAIN, 0 precip. Scheduled for today on the south shores of Lake Erie and the Golden Horseshoe in the Niagara region. So wherever you are, it's probably different. If you're in the British Virgin Islands, it always seems it's 85 degrees and the sun is shining. Yeah, I wonder if they have humidity there. If they didn't, that would be an interesting place to visit. Well, this morning's Motormouth Morning Drive, I'll get it out sooner or later. We want to thank Kathy, Dave, and Dan Grimo, the next gen, for continuing with Niagara Block 5000 Montrose Road, Niagara Falls. They've been building Canada since 1931. They've been busy. I think they could use a decent coffee break. Don't you? Absolutely. So for all your blocks and building supplies to build that foundation up in those brick walls, they got it there. They got the steel. They got all the rebar that you're going to need. Most of all, ladies, if you're thinking of that backyard space, yeah, that special outdoor living space, they can help you with that big time at Niagara Block because they have just absolutely gorgeous hardscape landscaping materials to help create that very special outdoor living space that you're looking for, that oasis. So if you need a contractor to put together the game plan for you and a start date and a finish date and someone you can count on to get that done for you, you need to check in with Kathy Grimo, who has a list of contractors that they know they can trust to do that job for you. And they have the materials for that contractor to provide to them to get the job done for you. So get in touch with them today at 905-356-2221. Well, yesterday we started a sequence of series that will continue throughout this week. 5 things. We're in season 3, episode 216, and all our podcasts populate to our YouTube channel. So The biggest drawer in our toolbox is the homepage at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. That's where you'll find project details, and links are all available at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. The short form is ccbusnet.com, and all this information is in the description of our YouTube videos and also in our podcasts. And what I deal with in the YouTube videos is many times not what I'm talking about here on the morning drive with Motormouth. So it's like having a 1-2 punch. So everything you need is on our homepage. If you'd like to follow the build and the repair work that we're doing and connect with our program partners, and thank you for giving them your business. We need them and we need you too. So thank you so much for that. You'll find their logos on our homepage. You just point, click, it'll highlight, and it takes you to their profile page, and you can get to meet them. And there's also recommended businesses there that are not program partners, but they're behind the scenes with the support as well. So we appreciate them so much for making the leap from radio over to digitals, and that's why we now have more ways for you to watch, listen, and engage, and come and join us from anywhere around the planet. We're on all the podcast platforms, Apple, Amazon, Spotify, Podbean. So wherever you're pulling your podcasts from, just type Car Connection Workshop in the search bar and you will find us. On YouTube's, it's Niall Motormouth Jenkins, but you will find us pretty easily. We have we're heading for like 550 components for you to enjoy on our YouTube channel. All the basic fundamentals of owning and understanding your automobile so that you can pack the miles on that baby and get to 1 million kilometers. That's what my friend Steve's he's heading for. He wants to get 1 million kilometers on his Toyota 4Runner, and he's going to do it. He's going to do it. I know he is, because you don't make it this far, 700,000 or 400,000 without maintenance, folks. You just don't. There is nothing out there, no flavor of the month automobile you're going to buy that it's turnkey and you do nothing. There's no machinery on this planet that you can pay all that big money for and not take care of it, including aircraft. Yeah. That's why there's planes still in the air, private planes that are like from 1954. Yeah, it's crazy. But with maintenance, you can keep anything. And when it comes to boats, if you don't like maintenance, don't ever buy a boat, because the best day of owning a boat is the day that you sell it. Because all that stuff, jet skis, boater moats, that's what my friend, we call them boater moats. The boater moats cost you money all the time. Snowmobiles, ATVs, you name it. You name the gear, side-by-sides. They're all big money, and they're big money to maintain. And if you don't like to part with your money and maintain stuff, then you know what? You're probably best staying in the house every day. Just don't go outside, because even the dollar store will cost you money. So yesterday we talked about 5 things. A very quick recap, because it ties right in with this morning, and I have another Motormouth Summer Tech Tip for you coming to you in just a few moments. So let's jump right in. Yesterday, number 1 was, and add this title before each one. When was the last time? Now remember, keep it clean. It is a family show. When was the last time you had a full brake inspection, oil change, tire rotation, front end steering inspection? Now let's jump into today's 5 things. Same title. When was the last time your vehicle had a brake fluid flush, power steering flush, auto or manual transmission service? Even if it's a shifty, it still needs a service. The oil gets contaminated with metal filings, which kill the internal workings of your manual transmission. So if you have a shifty or an automatic transmission, when was the last time they were serviced properly? Number 4, when was the last time your vehicle had a fuel filter replacement? If it's an external fuel filter, even the one in the tank plugs up. That happened to my 07 FJ 2 months after I got it. And all the engineers said, no, the in-tank filter doesn't plug up. Well, yes, it does, with debris that's right in the fuel. And number 5, when was the last time you had another donut? No, where did that come from? Who put that in my notes? When was the last time you had a fuel injection decarbonization service performed to your vehicle? That's not just putting a bottle of snake oil in the tank. That's a maintenance. That's an after maintenance. Decarbonization of the cauliflower carbon gets your vehicle power back, performance, and fuel economy. Because cauliflower carbon is like lava rock inside your engine, and it stays hot. So when the fuel's injected, it sucks it in just like a sponge, but you don't even notice that. So a fuel injection decarbonization service will bring the power and performance back to your vehicle and fuel economy all at the same time. So there's your next 5. When was the last time? Brake fluid flush, power steering flush, automatic or manual transmission service, full service. Not just pulling the dipstick out. No, not the one in the passenger seat. The one on the transmission. Be nice now. Play nice. When was the last time you had a fuel filter or a fuel system decarbonization service performed to your engine? And last but not least, I leave you with the Motormouth Summer Tech Tip number 13, but a saying from Billy Zioli. I have to pay homage to him because this was his line at 2:30 in the morning at a seminar in Cleveland, Ohio in the middle of winter. And it's stinking cold down there. I don't know how they do it. Yeah, down at the end of Lake Erie in Cleveland, it is freezing in the winter. And he said this: if not I, who? If not now, when? So all these things I've been teaching you the last 2 days. If not I, who? If not now, when? And when you don't take care of your automobile, I don't need to tell any of you, it just turns into a big pile of very expensive scrap iron and rubber. That's what it turns into. So all that time that you've spent trading time for money is all for naught. I just can't figure that out. When I was at Volkswagen, I watched people buy the expensive VW Passats, and at that time, they were big money. They're huge money today. And in 6 months, you wouldn't even be able to identify the car. It's all beat up inside. It's scratched. It's just totally beat up. And I go, if you had 62 $1,000 bills sitting on the kitchen table, would you leave the room? There's a question, huh? Would you? Would you leave the room? I know I wouldn't. If I lose $20 in the parking lot out front of here of the studio, I'm going to trip you getting to it, even if it's a quarter, because I can put that in the grocery cart, and away we go for the grab. Well, your Motormouth Summer Tech Tip number 13 is entitled, Get the Bugs Off Fast. Yeah, sometimes it almost takes napalm to get them off the car. Yeah. Well, here it is. All right. Motormouth here with a sticky one. Bug guts on your paint. Don't let them bake on in the sun. They'll eat right through your clear coat. Use a proper bug remover or a microfiber towel and some elbow grease and treat your paint like you treat your grill. Clean and ready to shine. Absolutely. Don't leave bird droppings or bug goo on your clear coat, because it leaves the stain right into the clear coat. That's the problem with today's paint finishes, and we will get an expert to join us on the air. We are working diligently behind the scenes to get our call-in segment that I've wanted to get back for many months now, and we're there. Now we have 2 seasons of our podcasts under our belt, and we have over 550 items on our YouTube channel. So all the links are in the top right-hand corner at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com, just so that you know, ccbusnet.com. If you want to support this channel and our YouTube channel and help us to be able to move forward, there's 2 ways for you to do that. Watch the videos, enjoy them, give us a thumbs up, like, share, follow, get some of your car fellas that are car enthusiasts dug deep into our channel as well. If you're wanting to keep your vehicle long-term, mileage doesn't matter, maintenance does, you'll learn that from our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see it happen before your very eyes on how to do that and how to understand what needs to be done and when. We have our Car Connection maintenance schedule kit available through our website. We need you to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed or you think you're subscribed, would you do Skippy and I a favor? We are really pushing to get to our first 1,000 subscribers by July 30th of this year. And if you just grab those booster cables, another can of gas, and get that dumped in to our vehicle and give us a boost and get our 8-cylinder running on all cylinders, we would really be truly grateful. If you also want to donate to the channel, it's simple. It's buymeacoffee.com/Motormouth. Nile, N-I-L-E. It's safe, it's secure, and any gift you can give, we are certainly deeply appreciated for that. We have a merch store. Anything you purchase in our merch store is on the top right-hand corner as well. And all proceeds turn back to Total Freedom Addiction Campuses, Canada and USA, helping those who have made the decision to get out and beat that addiction. That's what they do there for over 25 years. Changing lives one at a time for good. So let's help get them there to the campus nearest them to work together to make a difference. How about that? So buy some merch, wear it with pride, wear the brand, send us a selfie. Let's see if we can't create the wall of fame for our Car Connection loyal viewers and listeners. Facebook, Instagram, StevensvilleOnTheWeb.ca, Reels, bloopers, outtakes, that's what you'll find there. And I know Skippy snagged one yesterday because I caught her. I go, what are you doing? That's not my phone. That's your phone. That's how she does it. Yeah, so there'll be another new one coming up. So till tomorrow, keep it under 100. Put the windows down about a thumb thickness all the way around. Park in the shade if you can. Get yourself a sunshade. That will serve you well and reduce the heat in the vehicle by 15 to 25%. I use them all the time. You can pass by here. You will see sunshades in every vehicle parked outside for that specific reason. Let's not crack any dashes, fry any computerism stuff behind the dash where you can't see. And yeah, it causes a lot of interior damage all at the same time. Keep it under 100. Happy, healthy motoring. We'll see you in the next one. Peace, patience, and kindness always. And take it easy out there. Drive safe. Watch out for the idiots because they're out there. And, just drive according to what's going on around you. Yeah. So if they're doing 140, doesn't mean you have to do that. Drive with caution because it only takes a moment for your entire world to turn upside down. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel for Motormouth Morning Drive, 8 a.m. Bye for now.